Hello, and welcome to day one of Positive Steps, where we will be studying the text 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, written by Sean Covey. Now, this program is actually designed for students in grades 6 through 8. However, it will be appropriate for anyone who's interested in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. Parents, your child will need paper and pencil and possibly even the workbook to complete this series of videos. Now, they can obtain the workbook from the Boys and Girls Club of Perry, Florida, okay? It will have important worksheets and things like that they need. Now, with that being said, any worksheets that we need to fill out, we can also just make the notes on notebook paper. Now that brings us to the next point. You will need to take notes. There will be days where we read pages from the book and you will need to take notes about what we read those days. You'll need to provide text evidence. So you'll want to make sure that you keep the links to these videos handy so that you can come back to them in the event that you don't actually have this book in your hands. I found my copy online and downloaded it for free just by Googling 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, Sean Covey, free. Okay? Now, by the end of this series, I'm hoping that students will be actively engaging and sharing ideas and things that they're coming up with and sharing their work. There will be something at the end that's going to be fun. And I really want to encourage parents and kids to participate in this. It's the opportunity to research someone who exemplifies these 7 habits that we're going to be discussing and actually do your own presentation based on what you've learned about that person that exemplifies these habits, okay? So it should be exciting. I'm really excited. I personally love growth mindset and anything that has to do with personal growth and improving myself. We're going to be writing reflections. We're going to be answering questions. And the text itself is actually quite interesting and pretty funny too. Sean Covey was just a teenager when he wrote it himself, and so it's quirky, it's cute. I like it, and I believe that you will as well. So today is basically just an introduction day where I'm going to explain to you, as I have, what to expect coming up throughout this series, this course. We're going to take a look at a riddle that Sean introduces the book with. We'll look at the cover of the book, and then I have a self-awareness evaluation that I would like you to complete, and I'll share my screen to you and put that worksheet up, and that'll be the very last thing we do today, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen so that you can actually see the book here. Let's go share screen and this. So, okay, so now in front of you, you should see the cover of the book. It's an international bestseller, updated for the digital age. It has sold more than 5 million copies worldwide. And again, the title is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, written by Sean Covey. Okay. Now, let's get to what's inside. So inside this book, you're going to see the introduction, which we'll take a look at, and then part 1, which will be tomorrow, the setup, which is get in the habit, they make you or break you. And we'll also look at paradigms and principles. What you see is what you get. Then we'll move into part 2, the private victory, the personal bank account, starting with Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. And I'll say this again in a separate video, but if you've never heard the song Man in the Mirror, or you've never looked at the lyrics to the song Man in the Mirror, please do that before we start day 4, because you will want to be familiar with those lyrics. Okay, then we're going to get into our habits. So habit 1 is be proactive. Habit 2 is begin with the end in mind. Habit 3 is put first things first. And then part 3 in the book, the public victory, the relationship bank account. Habit 4, think win-win. Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Habit 6 is synergize. Habit 7, which is in the final part of the book, renewal. Sharpen the saw, and then let's keep hope alive. Kid, you'll move mountains if you take advantage of these 7 habits that you are going to be learning about over the next couple of months, couple of weeks. Okay, so the riddle that I told you we are going to go through. I am not going to give you the answer to the riddle today. I'm going to give you the answer of the riddle tomorrow. So I'm going to read this. I want you to see if you can figure out what the answer is. And if you can, respond in the Facebook post and let me know what the answer to this riddle is, okay? Who am I? I'm your constant companion. I'm your greatest helper or heaviest burden. I will push you onward or drag you down to failure. I'm completely at your command. Half the things you do, you might just as well turn over to me, and I will be able to do them quickly and correctly. I am easily managed. You must merely be firm to me. Show me exactly how you want something done, and after a few lessons, I will do it automatically. I am the servant of all great individuals, and alas, of all failures as well. Those who are great, I have made great. Those who are failures, I have made failures. I am not a machine, though I work with all of the precision of a machine plus the intelligence of a human. You may run me for a profit or run me for ruin. It makes no difference to me. Take me, train me, be firm with me, and I will place the world at your feet. Be easy with me, and I will destroy you. Who am I? That's up to you to tell me. So do a little bit of research. Listen to that riddle a couple of times. You can hit the back button. Try to figure out what the answer to this riddle is. Now, for a moment, I'm going to stop the sharing of this page because I need to switch documents. Okay. And I'm going to bring up the self-awareness evaluation. But first, I do want to tell you that during this lesson, you are going to examine habits of your own, okay? And you're also going to be put into a situation where you have the opportunity to change these habits for yourself. 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens is a great read in the sense that it will put you in the growth mindset that I can't, I don't believe, I'll never be able to do it. All of those things will and can go out the window if you allow them to, if you choose for them to. It's all about the language that we use, and that's something that you'll be learning over the next couple of days. Now, I'm going to go back to my share screen here, and I'm going to share this document with you. This is the last thing that we'll do today. And this document should be in your workbook, or you can jot down your answers. It's really simple. 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. It's a self-awareness evaluation, and it says read each habit, put an X to indicate your level of understanding and ability to apply each habit to your own life. So you are going to read each habit, and then you'll put an X here. Okay, so for example, the first habit is be proactive. So 1, if you put your X here, that would mean you have no idea what being proactive means or is about. If you put your X here, I've heard of it but don't know how to apply it. So you've heard people say, be proactive, be proactive, be proactive, but you don't even actually know what be proactive means, and therefore you can't be proactive until you know what it means, right? One of my favorite sayings in the whole wide world is, you don't know what you don't know until you know you don't know it. I actually love telling my students that when we're in class. Some of the things that they learn that they don't know astonishes them as well as me. Now, back to what we were saying. If you put your X in box 3, then that's saying, I understand the habit and how to apply it, but don't actively apply it. So in other words, you understand it, you know how to be proactive, but you aren't. Okay. And then number 4, if you put your X in this box, that means I understand the habit and I actively apply the habit. So what I would like is for you to fill out this worksheet, please. And then there, for your knowledge, you're actually going to, the very last day of this series, you will be reflecting on this worksheet to see if you're still where you were at today, or if you have in fact grown a little bit. And of course, that's our goal, right? This is an ELA course, and we're going to be doing lots of things English style, but we're also going to be growing as we go, because that's just the way life goes. Okay, so parents, I urge you, as we get into this series, please have conversations with your child about the book that we're reading. If you have time, sit down and listen to the audio recordings with them. I mean, who knows? Maybe, I learn new things every day, and possibly you may learn something too. Just because it was written for highly effective teens does not mean that we can't apply it to our lives as well. So I'm super excited to be teaching this course, and I hope you'll tag along. Have a great day.